Here's the thing. Now, you look great. You look so well. You look happy. I'm thrilled that you're with a guy who obviously adores you and you're getting on great with him, and that's a lovely thing. But, you know, it's remarkable to see you here and to think how ill you were, you know, how bad that was. How long ago was it that when you were first diagnosed with cancer? How long ago?
It was May 17, 2005.
Well, there's a date you're never going to forget. How bad did you feel it was going to be? Did you think, OK, this might be it? Did you deal with that, process that kind of stuff?
Yeah, very... really dark thoughts. You can't help but...
Who wouldn't, I guess?
...have that. And, you know, I get on with life, I'm happy, jovial, all of that. But if I think back to some moments during that time, it was just awful, awful, awful. So whatever hope or help I can give to people who are going through a similar kind of circumstance, then I just want to spread that message, you know.
It must have been, I don't know whether, maybe it was both, maybe it was a help as well as making it harder, everyone knowing, it being a story, everyone wanting to know how you were and how you were dealing with it.
Yeah, it was a kind of double-edged sword, but the goodness that I felt coming in my direction was, you know, I almost felt overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, I remember, I'm sure most people do, I remember when I heard, and I remember thinking, this can't, but you know, it just seems so odd, and of course it strikes people no matter who they are. But to see you deal with it that well, and to see you cope with that level of attention on top of what you were going through internally was an inspiration. I thought it was remarkable to see how you cope with that, and that must have been, I'm sure, those around you that helped as well, your family.
Yeah, well, again, my mum was with me the whole time. You know, even when I had like a stint in hospital, my mum was there with me, and I just thought, I really, you know, I had a lot of help, I had a lot of love and positivity, and yes, it's clearly a terrible thing to go through, and for your family, I just felt so bad for my mum and dad, like, because they felt so helpless. Yeah, I mean, it's my problem, I'm going through it, and I have to work on it, but the pressure on them was just immense.
But really, all they wanted to see, of course, and you're right, they couldn't do it, but was to see their little girl, because I guess to them you are, first and foremost, their little kid, who's grown up now, but still the kid, to see her get well again. So when that news came, that must have been just the best thing.
Yeah, well, when I got through my treatment and started to take my baby steps back into kind of real life, whatever that was, yeah, those, I mean, when I did the tour again, the Showgirl Homecoming, now I look at that and I think, oh my God, what was I thinking? How did I do that?
Yeah, because I thought, OK, this is, how did you take on something as big as that, as massive as that, when you were still really recovering from, regardless of physically, you know, the emotional impact that must have been.
Yeah.
Great.
But I guess that was my goal. That's what I felt like that's where I was cut off on tour. And it's such a part of who I am and how I live and breathe and what I'm passionate about and how I connect with people, that's what I really wanted to do, was get back on stage, and I was damned if anyone was going to stop me. I was going to do it.
Oh, it's fantastic that you did bounce back, obviously, and the fact that you went out and did that, and so triumphantly as well. I don't know how many people saw it live, but I saw it on TV when they showed it. What an incredible show.
Thanks.
Was there a period when you had to deal with the possibility that you would never perform again? I mean, did you sit down and think about that? Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe never doing anything again. Yeah. But you have to... I think it's... You're facing blackness, darkness, so you have... If you want to go away from that, you have to reach out and try and grab positive things. And as I say, I have my family, I had fans, had friends. People would come over and, you know, I don't know, give me... Speaking of English, British TV shows before, my sister had a friend who worked somewhere or other and had access to all the, you know, the kind of half-hour shows, because a half hour is all you can concentrate on.
Really, because and that's because you're upset, because your mind takes you elsewhere, because you're tired?
You just can't focus. You really just need to rest.
Yeah.
So half-hour shows are great.
So you would just get you through.
Yeah.
Little just fun TV shows, diversions? What kind of things? What, comedy mainly, I guess?
Well, I mean, I did watch, because I was such a big fan of Nighty Night.
Yeah.
So I got the DVDs. I really love this. Totally forgot that the first scene is about cancer. So this was kind of my family sitting watching, and I just said, it's okay. You know, we're still living in the real world, even though I've kind of got this microcosm happening. You know,
I guess partly you want to be treated like nothing's going on. You don't want that to be the focus, that to be all that people are talking about, concerned about.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, you know, obviously everyone was so thrilled that you came through it, and everyone's so excited to see that you're back now with some new material. And are you going to be touring again? Do you have a big tour, small tour planned?
I'm going to tour again next year.
Okay, that's exciting news, isn't it?
Yeah.
What kind of...
So you'll be there in your gold hot pants?
Well, if you want me to wear hot pants, I will wear hot pants for you. If that's your fantasy, then yes, I will. I don't see why it should only be the women who dress up. But is it going to be... Do you know, have you planned it yet? Is there a theme, or can you tell us anything about it?
Well, it's going to be called Aphrodite Tour, Les Folies. So it's, you know, with a title like that, we can go to town.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. There's the... is that the album cover, or is that the...
That is the album cover, yeah.
That looks... What a great piece of work. It must be... I'm sure it's hard work, but it's so lovely seeing that kind of outfit and that kind of big glamour thing going on there. OK, you're going to be performing for us this evening, but you've got the new single out now. What's the single called?
All the Lovers.
And you might be doing something this weekend at Glastonbury.
I have a certain flamboyant friend who happens to be in a somewhat flamboyant band, and I might have said that it would be nice to see him on Saturday night.
Would this be a young fellow by the name of Jake who favours lederhosen and shorts and in a band called the Scissor Sisters?
Yes.
Wow, so you're going to be with the Scissor Sisters this weekend?
Momentarily, yes.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic, isn't it? I'm jealous. And it's going to be great weather there as well, I would hope. OK. All right. So you're going to perform for us now this evening?
Yeah.
You have a small troupe of oddly dressed young men and women with you.
What's the deal with the complex?
What's the deal with the shorts and the tuxedo?
It's bang on trend.
Is it bang on trend?
Yes.
Are you really seriously, Kylie? With those legs, it's bang on trend.
Look at those pins.
He's waxed those legs. You've shaved or waxed your legs, young man, haven't you? You've waxed your legs. Let's hear a bit of fuzz on those legs. That's what I want to see. And the other fella now is quite rightly pretending he's not in the room. Does he wear that when he goes out?
I don't know.
Do you like going out dancing still? If you go out somewhere like to a club before you get performed, can you do that? Can you relax, or suddenly is it like craziness and everyone just wants to see Kylie dance?
After I've had a couple of drinks, yeah.
You can just kick loose.
Well, I realised recently that I'm like a meerkat because I, you know, get quite merry and normally with a really good bunch of friends, and the rest of the club doesn't even exist. We're just in our own world. But I tend to kind of get to the next highest thing, then the next highest thing. It's like...
So you're looking around?
You're not on stage right now. It's not about you. But I'm still like, what's going on? Right.
OK, so Kylie's going to perform for us, ladies and gentlemen. Before that, will you join me in saying thank you to her for joining us again on this programme? I'm a big fan. I know all of you are. It's the one, the only, the fabulous Kylie Minogue, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. It was so lovely to see you. Kylie Minogue, ladies and gentlemen. The fabulous Kylie. Look at that.